And he was comfortable with you having knowledge of this and just declining the offer?
Yeah, I guess he thought he was going to change my mind, or that, or that once he, put everything out there that it was going to look good. But
How well do you know Patrick?
I've known him for a while, years. In fact, back when he was in the car salesman business. But I haven't seen him or talked to him much for a long, probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. And then about a year and a half ago, he got back in touch with me. I'm not really sure how he got back in touch with me.
Well, since that year and a half, y'all have gotten back in touch with each other. How often do you see or communicate with one another?
Sometimes we would talk on the phone when I was at work if I had phone service. He might come by, a few times a week when I was home.
And what would be your activity together?
We would go places, go to the store, go swim in the pool, bring the kids over. We would have, we'd cook out. I mean, he was a friend. At least I thought he was a friend.
So he's your friend, and you talk on the phone to one another, and he comes over and visits. How long before this incident do you recall this conversation taking place where he offered you the involvement in it?
I don't know, honestly.
You said you just can't. You were out of offshore, I guess, during the incident. How long had you been offshore?
I went back to work 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago on Wednesday.
Okay. What
so
was
I
the
left
date?
Tuesday night.
The Tuesday night just before this incident, or the Tuesday night a week before this incident?
Right. See, it's like a 6-hour drive for me. So in order for me to get over to my office, I have to leave like 10:30 Tuesday night, so I can be wherever I need to be by 6 o'clock on Wednesday morning to crew change. Okay. So 2 weeks ago from today was the first. Is that right?
I don't
I'll figure that out.
So it was the night before was when I left.
How long before you left to go offshore was this conversation? Approximately.
I don't know, 3 or 4 months maybe.
So this was planned a long time ago, I guess?
I don't know.
3 or 4 months ago, that's what you just said.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so at least 3 or 4 months ago, he's telling you about this hit that was offered him money?
He talked to me about the contract.
Okay. And he told you the specific amount he was getting paid?
He told me that was what the contract was for.
Yes.
Excuse me just a minute. We're going to need you to clarify which gun we're talking about in that call. Okay.
It's a 9mm, I guess.
Okay. It's a type of weapon, that's all.
Handgun, long gun.
Handgun.
Can I interpose here? Tuesday, June 30th, I think, is the Tuesday we're talking about.
Yep.
July the 1st was a Wednesday. So was July 1st the day you reported for work?
Right.
Understood.
Okay. So you left to go offshore June 30th. And it was months before that.
It may have only been 2 months before that. I can't recall exactly.
Okay. How did your wife get involved in this?
I don't know how involved she actually is in any of this.
Did he offer her involvement into the incident?
I don't know.
If she's your wife, y'all never discussed this incident? I mean, it's been national news for several days. Y'all haven't had any conversation about this incident?
Not a lot, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, we mostly what we talk about is we can't believe how stupid Patrick was. How stupid. I don't know. I don't know what any of them are saying. Okay.
Okay, well, the murder weapon, according to your wife, you're telling us, is in the backseat of your car. And the safe taken from this incident is buried in your backyard. And we took a number of guns from your home.
Yes.
Okay. Where did she say where these guns came from? Did she explain that the cops had come over there and
Oh, yeah,
taken
she
them?
told me that.
Okay. So what did she say about that? Were they your guns?
Hers and mine, and there were some that belonged to my former girlfriend that I was holding for her until she came back to town to pick them up, which she was supposed to do, I guess, next month or something. I don't know.
So if these guns are, if there's a chance, did she say these guns were used in the incident? Did she say she loaned Patrick these weapons?
No. Nobody ever loaned Patrick anything. But Patrick had access to the house. So anything that he took out of the house, I don't know.
Does the 9mm, is it your 9mm?
I don't know what gun it is.
Okay. There was a 9mm recovered from your home, which was a Luger, I believe, right?
No, Ruger.
Ruger.
Yeah, I just bought that right before I went back to
Do
work.
you own any other 9mm?
Yeah, I own a Browning High Power.
A Browning High Power. Is it currently in your possession?
No, not currently. I don't have it.
Well, is it your home, or is it somewhere you know where it is?
I don't know where it is.
Do you usually keep it somewhere?
Yeah, it was locked up
Okay, did you check the place? Where do you lock it up at?
in the gun safe.
Okay, did you check the gun safe?
I haven't even been to the house. She told me the house was a wreck. I just drove over here yesterday morning.
We understand that. Just
You
relax.
know, man, I'm tired.
I understand.
And she tells you last night, I guess, that all this, the locations of this stuff. She doesn't explain anything else.
About what?
Well, she's telling you that there's a safe buried in your backyard. She's telling you there's a
She told me that Patrick showed up with basically a shit sandwich,
Okay.
and she didn't know what to do. She freaked out.
Okay.
Now, if he took, I also had bought a Springfield Armory.
And what is that?
9mm for me. And I don't know if the gun was at the house or not.
The Ruger's yours as well.
The Ruger I bought, yeah, the guy that I bought it from, he got my name and everything.
And that's a 9mm, the Springfield Armory, and so is this Browning 9mm.
Yeah, it's a Browning High Power. It's a Belgian-made Browning. It's a very fine handgun.
Do you own a 357?
Yes,
Is it at home?
it was.
The last time you checked, which was before you went offshore?
Yes.
What other kind of weapons do you own?
Oh, let's see. 30-30 Marlin, a 22 lever action. I can't remember what that is. A 303 British Enfield that Pam bought for me. Man, you're asking me a lot. Go through a lot here. There was a slide action 22. It's a 22 pump rifle that we picked up from somebody that was in buying for money, private, out of the paper. I've been buying stuff out of the paper.
And all these are kept in your gun safe?
Yeah,
What about a 223?
a 223. I bought a Ruger Mini 14.
Where's it?
It's I don't have it anymore.
Where's it at?
I sold it.
To who?
Just a guy.
When did you sell it?
Before you went offshore, after you went offshore?
Can I talk to my lawyer for a minute?
Certainly.
How touchy is this thing?
If you go out in the hallway and through that door, you should be fine.
Going to Grace. Wasn't sure which one that was.
Must have been me.
I thought it might be a.
I should have got my reading glasses
Do you want it back?
here too.
You want me to go get them for you? No. When I walk through, I can get them.
Okay.
Are your eyes